I'm going to make a sausage and bocconcini tartine. Now the word tartine means open sandwich in French, and what's wonderful about this is you can change up all of the ingredients. The one must though is the bocconcini, because this is going to melt and it's going to become lovely and gooey. So for the sausage topping, you'll need about 4 sausages. This sausage meat is full of flavour, so it's been perfectly seasoned. There's also a bit of fat in there, which is going to be really great when we start grilling it on our grill. So 4 sausages into a food processor. I'm also going to add a little mincemeat. Okay, this is just beef, but you could also just use pork for that. And some onion. And I like the sweetness of some red capsicum, can go in. Some smoked paprika. And I'm adding some dry sherry, but you could use white wine for this too. Little splash of that. An egg to bind everything together. And I love the freshness of lots of parsley. So I'm going to use about half of this, and I'll just roughly chop it because the food processor will do all the work for us. Okay, stalks and all, in that goes. And a pinch of salt, some freshly cracked pepper. Fantastic. Lid goes on and I'll pulse that until everything's chopped and then bound together. You also want it to be quite sticky so it sticks onto the bread. Okay, this meat is looking really good. See how sticky it is? That's what we're after. See, it's holding its shape. We need that so it sticks to the bread. Okay, let's leave that to one side and we can prepare the bread. So I've got some baguette. We're just going to top and tail it. I'll cut it in half. Depending on how large you want the tartines, you could cut them in thirds if you like, and then straight through the centre. Be careful when you're using a serrated knife like this. Always have your hand parallel to the knife and then just slowly go through all the way. Open that up and then cut that in half. Okay, first one and the second one. Okay, so we'll just line them up. And the bocconcini goes on first. Now, bocconcini are just gorgeous little mozzarellas. They are just delicious to snack on as is, but even better when it starts to melt. And you don't need to cut them. You just want to tear them apart and really load it up with lots of these bocconcinis. This particular bocconcini is a favourite of mine. Made in Australia with love. The milk comes from West Gippsland in Victoria and it is just delicious, eaten as is or melted. So that's the first one. We want to press on that gorgeous bocconcini. I'll grab a spoon and we'll take a spoonful of our mixture, and what we want to do is just press it into our bread. You don't want it to be too thick because we want that meat to cook all the way through on the grill. And I'm just spreading it on and covering all of that bocconcini. And the cheese will ooze out of the sides, but that's the whole idea of it. Okay, quite happy with the way that's looking. Before it goes onto the grill, I like to brush a little extra virgin olive oil over the top, just so it doesn't stick. And another tiny pinch of salt. And now that goes onto the grill. This is also a great idea to do if you've got a barbecue outside. They cook really quickly. We're going to start on the meat side, squish that down, and then we want to cook that for about 3 to 4 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Then we can flip it over and we want to toast the other side of the baguette. I'm going to make a few more. All right, these are ready. We'll take them out of the pan, piping hot. And you want to eat them immediately because the cheese is still lovely and gooey. I'm just going to cut them into bite-sized pieces. Ooh, and look at that gooey bocconcini in the centre. So good. So we'll just line it back up again and we'll just place it onto a board presentation. And I like to just sprinkle a little parsley over the top. That's a delicious lunch. You can have it with just a simple salad or just as is. I'm gonna cut into this one too. And of course, I'm gonna have to have a taste of this because what beats bocconcini and sausage together? A little parsley over the top. The gooiness of bocconcini just gets me every time. It's so delicious, creamy from the cheese. You've got that lovely savoury sausage. That is the perfect snack or a quick lunch.